What's up, guys? Mike Pattern Traders. I'll do a quick update on BTC. I'm not gonna spend much time on it because we're still just fucking range bound. Um, Off the bat, we got a beautiful move off the lows. If you are long with us, we went long. Well, personally speaking, I went long. Tell you what I did. What I'm anticipating. I think it was a 200 MA. Hold on, I'll put it on for you guys. 1 second. 2 days. Okay, so yeah, we touched it perfectly fine right there. 200 MA. I had posted it on Discord and on Twitter 2 days back. We are about to get our first 2-day close tomorrow above the 200 MA where we lost it. So technically speaking, if this does become a deviation of the 200 MA and the 2-day, 200 EMA of the 2-day, the blue one is the 200 EMA, then we can assume that that's going to be your floor for the time being. If that becomes your floor, you want to target up here. I'll go in detail right now with what I'm doing, okay? So, range bound. Buy sell signals. Again, I told you guys the 10-hour buy sell ever since we got into this range have been amazing, right? It doesn't we don't know which time frame will work best. It's just a matter of once the range establishes itself, then you look for which time frame is kind of linking with the algorithms that are moving the price beautifully, and it was the 10-hour. So off the bat, what you do when you have your range, let's see, range low, let's see range high, right? We're still in this this range. Take off your buy sell signals, get a little bit of a trend line going. I think you can get it from here, and you can go down here. Let's make this smaller. Let's make this a dash line. All right. So, am I looking for shorts? No. But if I was in a short perspective, would I be looking for shorts here? No. So let's assume that I'm bearish, right? And I want to see where I'm going to short first. I'll give you the short scenario since everybody, for some weird reason, has been dying to short BTC. Go open up your high lows. Go on like a 2 hour or something since you need to go to. But not your high low. I'm sorry. Your VWAP. Open up your VWAP real quick and put on. Okay, so now you have your weekly and your monthly only. So we're consolidating above the weekly VWAP right now, which is at 32.3. This is very important. Pay attention to this, right? Open up your high low and just put on your PT range. All right, so we're consolidating for about a day. Should be a day, if I'm not mistaken. Where is this thing now? Here, right here. Consolidating for about a day. Yeah, about a day above Monday high and weekly open. And we just got above the weekly VWAP. And we're under the resistance of this trend line right here, which is red. More likely than not, we're going to break above this. Now, if we do break down from here for a small scalp to the downside, you want to assume that your current weekly, this is current right now. I'm going to make this black so you guys can see where this is. Your current weekly VWAP is at $31,000, which is also this beautiful flip right here. This is a beautiful flip. And what I mean by a flip is you consolidate a little bit over here after you do your main dump, right? You consolidate. See this? Let me turn everything off again. Consolidation leads to a dump. Bear flag. Fake out to the dump side, to the downside. But what you do, you deviate the whole dump. It's very bullish, man. This is very bullish. I spoke about this on the previous stream that if you ever do happen to get a consolidation, so consolidation into a micro dump, flag into a main impulse down. This big candle right here is an impulse down. But when you start seeing these candles to the downside taking place at a previous wick, that's bullish. That means that this protection is stepping up. Demand is there. So chances are, from what I see right now, whether I'm right or wrong, I think the local bottom is in temporarily until we go to at least $34,000. Talking about like high time frame. And then we'll see where 34 and 35 has in store for us. Ideally, I want to see 35, 36,000, but chances are we're not because, again, don't forget, the most important thing out of all is, let me get rid of these black, is the daily TMA on the 1 day is one-day TMA. And truth be told, guys, we've never tested it yet. So since we've never tested it yet, we are going to most probably get rejected very hard off that completely. So I don't think that we're gonna be able to. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that, guys. Um, so we're not going to get above the 1-day TMA band off the first attempt. We have not retested it yet since the breakdown, which was at 50, I don't know what this is, $56,000. So more likely than not, whatever breakout we get over here will be a decent enough slap to bring us to make a higher low. This higher low, when it comes, if it holds, I'll tell you off the bat that the low is probably in for roughly until maybe another couple of weeks. But again, we cannot assume the low is in from a macro perspective until we retest the 1-day TMA band. That'll be the number one test. When you retest the 1-day TMA band and you don't bounce or get rejected, deviate, die. So if you don't get rejected and make a higher low, the low is in. Right? If you break above this 1-day TMA, you retest it. That's your long, and your first target is up here. $42,000, which should line up with the, yeah, there you go, the monthly VWAP, 44,000, give or take around the 40s. Okay, so I know people are playing this range to range, level to level, and it's smart. But if you look at the bigger picture, we're looking good right now. We're looking pretty decent. Just make sure that you watch the 1-day TMA band, because that should offer a massive rejection. And whatever rejection comes from this specific line, if it doesn't give us a beautiful higher low, get out of the market. That means that we're gonna end up going down, breaking all the lows, and probably gonna go down to like, I'm assuming to these, where are we right here? I'll show you right now. Hold on a second. Right here. These two. $24,000 to $22,000, give or take. Now there is also a possibility that the 1-day TMA band will reject this, and they will fill the third drive down. So I know that we've been using. I'll show you. Hold on. We've been using this specific trend line for the third drive. Let's make it black. So we got one right there. So we got 1, 2, 3. But technically speaking, the right way to do it is like this, guys. This is the right way to do it. So if this 1 day does break the low, there is also a chance of doing this, which would be 1 drive, 2 drive, your third drive, and then from here go to the top side, roughly about like $26,000. And is there confluence there? There is, because if you open up your high low and you put in January low, yearly low. Let's put yearly low right there. Yearly low. That's your yearly low, which comes in at roughly about 28.14. So sweep that, retest that, touch the trend line over here and go up. That's like the absolute most fuckery scenario that I can come up with. But I don't think that's going to play out, guys. It's either we're going to go up, reject, and come down and break and come down to retest this consolidation down here, or maybe these lows over here, or we're just going to go straight up, reject, range high, this range right here. We're playing with this range right here, right? This is the range that you're playing with right now. This. Before we can start playing with this right here, we're still playing with this over here. So I'm not quite confident that we're gonna go do this scenario, but I definitely have it on one of my charts because the 1-day TMA band will be a serious fucking rejection. You cannot neglect this. I will short the 1-day TMA band for sure. Letting you guys know ahead of time. So this is the 1-day TMA band scenario. And from a micro perspective, I told you guys what I'm looking at. I am looking at something along the lines of this to prepare you guys for, again, don't forget, guys, I play VWAPs, right? So I don't really care what anything else indicates. I am playing strictly VWAPs. Right here. Rejection around this area. This needs to get tapped in my eyes. So even if we break up, something along the lines of this, and we hope that this is going to hold. Otherwise, we're fucked. That'll be my micro scenario. If we do happen to go down before up, you want to make sure that we do not lose Monday low. Monday low will be... Monday low is going to be at 30,400 as your absolute floor, with a supported area at the weekly VWAP, which is roughly at 31,000 flat. right? So this gray box, you do not want to lose this gray box. If we happen to retest it with a wick, the Monday low is fine, but you do not want to break Monday low. If this ends up being a deviation, those who know about Discord, I always talk about deviating the Monday low. We deviated the Monday low, so even if we go up and we come back down and we retest it, it's still bullish in my eyes, as long as we do not make a lower low after we retest one-day TMA band. The one-day TMA band is the most important thing right now for this fucking space. When it rejects us, if it makes a higher low, we're golden. We're going to probably end up going after all these beautiful highs over here in the upcoming weeks. And the main target is going to be $38,000, which I'm probably going to take at least 50% of my longs out over here and leave the rest for range high, main range high, macro range high, $44,000, 43 around there. But I can't talk about this until we start taking out these this VWAP over here at $38,000. Okay, guys, that's BTC for you. Again, VWAP, just put it on. That's all you need, guys. VWAP. If they're empty VWAPs, they got to get targeted. It's a very simple strategy. It's been working for me. I've made significant amount of money just trading off the VWAPs on a downtrend. So just go imagine what's going to happen when we start uptrending, how much money we're going to be able to make. Target 1 for macro, target 1 for micro, target 1 for bearish micro down here, right? VWAP, VWAP, VWAP. It's all VWAPs. Down here is the current VWAP. These are previous, this is a previous, and this is a previous. Very simple concept, guys. And don't forget, always have your Monday range opened. It's very important. We're consolidating above Monday high and weekly open. As long as we stay above that, we're breaking this trend line over here. And we're going to go up, and we're going to touch the one-day TMA band. Now, Ethereum. I don't know why people are fucking bearish of Ethereum. To me, Ethereum looks fucking beautiful. One of the better looking charts, and I'll tell you why. So I went pretty heavy on Ethereum BTC. I told everybody that I'm going to bid the previous... Hold on. ETH, BTC, Binance. So I made it very clear to everybody what I'm going to do. I was going to bid this area very hard, and I did. There you go. So I went super hard on Ethereum over here only because it was the quarterly VWAP. It didn't make any sense to not bid the quarterly VWAP. So I'm sitting really heavy out of all my bags. Ethereum, from a new long perspective, is probably my biggest bag. In regards to upside potential with the BTC pair, everyone thinks it looks like shit, but to me, I don't know. It looks beautiful. We got above, which is what I wanted to see. Let's put this into perspective that there is a possible bullish scenario here. Open up your weekly, which is very important, and then open up your monthly, which is very important. Okay, so now we already deviated the monthly, retested it, and died. And then where did it lead us? It led us to the quarterly VWAP. So the only option we have right now is as soon as we get above the monthly VWAP over here, the main target where I'm probably going to close my ETH BTC longs right here, and I will take a portion of my actual ETH USDT longs off over here just because I want to play safe. This VWAP has to get tapped in my eye. Nothing has to happen, but I'm playing it as if it has to in my eyes. So I'm hoping that we do something along the lines of, if we do happen to do this, or from here consolidate, go up and then come down. So any kind of dump back into this VWAP over here, which is a weekly, is a buy for me, which is roughly about 0.604, 0.605 around there, 0.606. This VWAP, I will buy some more Ethereum, and again, I'm looking at roughly an exit at about up here, which is this. I play VWAP to VWAP, guys. It's the easiest strategy that I've been using for these downtrends. Put some fibs over here. Do we have at least a golden pocket there? Which we should. I don't even know why this is fucking gold. Yeah, let's put the golden pocket, see what the golden pocket is. Yeah, around there. I like that area. Now, Ethereum USDT, my favorite freaking pair. We got a daily buy signal. I don't know why in God's name people are fucking shorting daily buys. They have been completely accurate for us. Let's turn off all the sells. Sell. I mean, dude, every single buy so far has panned out since COVID, right? Every buy has panned out since COVID, even before fucking COVID. All the buys, even from January, have panned out, and yet you're still shorting Ethereum. I don't know, man. You got balls. So there's a lot of liquidity to the top side. All these purple lines to me need to be taken. Now, I'm not telling you we're gonna go straight to the top side and fucking blow all this up. It's not gonna happen. But at least take in consideration that range low held. This is your monthly VWAP, right? The blue line is your monthly VWAP. let's make this green. See this? Held. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 wicks. Fifth one's not going to hold. The next area of interest that I have once we break down is going to be this quarterly VWAP right here. Right here, this green one. I'm going to make this a little bit less bright so you guys can see it. See, those dots are quarterly VWAPs. Next area, if we break down, which I know we'll probably not, but if we break down, that's my next area of interest, okay? Yeah, you're going to get a scalp long over here at the monthly at like 1,500. Probably something along the lines of the bearish scenario, do something like this. But overall, you're going to come down to this quarterly VWAP. That'll be your main long in my eyes. My main long. Okay? So right now, I don't even want to think about shorts. What I'm thinking of, what's going to happen is any kind of dip you get in Ethereum is an absolute buy. You have a daily buy signal. I personally am expecting at least bare minimum 2,200 to 2,300. This is going to be my main area of, my main trouble area. Right here. I'll make this red. I'll turn off these lines in a second so you guys can see it better. Go on the lower time frame. Right here. Okay, so now look at all these highs that could be taken, all right? Let's delete everything so you guys can see it. Turn off this nonsense. And boom. So we are currently above Monday high. Again, right? Consolidated above Monday high, broke above. And now the only thing above us that is kind of giving us a hard time is going to be the monthly VWAP over here. And then this that needs to get tapped. When we reject off this at 22.9, if we do something like this and we reject and come back down, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy this hard. By then, we should have at least a weekly VWAP over here that's going to be untapped. We should. Because currently, right now, the week is going to close in about 3 days, right? It was Thursday today. Today's Thursday. 1, 2, 3 days. This current weekly VWAP, which is black, is going to be over here. So what's going to happen is, hopefully, we get above. We take out this VWAP. We can scalp short this motherfucker down here. And then we can come long this again and target 26. Strictly VWAP to VWAP play. That's all I'm going to do. It's been working. Why am I going to change the strategy, okay? That's how I'm playing it. I don't really care about the other levels and whatnot, but that's how I'm playing it right now. Hopefully, hoping that this VWAP is going to hold us when we do happen to go make our higher low. Now, oscillator-wise, let's turn this off. Wow, I'm so itchy. Poison Ivy has been killing me. 200 EMA and 200 MA has been holding us down on the 4 hour. Look at the 12 hour. Where are we in the 12 hour? Yeah, you see. This is going to be very hard to get above, I'll tell you that much, right there, at 25s. Okay, anyway, let's go back, let's go to the oscillators real quick. Oscillators. So, if you don't have access to the new oscillator, the PT Trend, really highly recommend you ask for a trial. It is by far, so far, what I've noticed, one of the better trend changing indicators that I have tested. The reason why I went long on BTC was because it triggered. Caught the bottom. And even in the 4 hour, look at that, caught the bottom beautifully. Now we're finally getting a red on the 4 hour, which means that there's a potential reversal in play. I'm pretty sure if I go to the 1 hour, it's already very visible. Yes, it is. Let's go to a different, let's do this actually so I can show you guys how the oscillators look from a different perspective. There's no drawings. Here we go. No drawings. Okay. Let's turn off the VWAPs. Okay. Let's turn off on the high. So it's strictly talking about oscillators. Okay. Let's take off the MSTX. Let's put it to be a swing. RSX, MSTX, and PT Trend. The only indicators you freaking need to make some money over here. Let's go to the higher time frame. Daily. Daily. You got a green triangle, plus you got a cross, and you got green. You got a Stoke, which is a buy signal, and you got an RSX cross in the daily. Beautiful. That's exactly what you want to see. 2 day. 2 days not there yet, guys. 2 days still not there yet. It's pending. See how we're black over here? It's pending. Once we start curling up, it's going to be your long opportunity. RSX in the 2 days finally putting in a cross. We didn't cross here, so I'm not going to sit here and say that we're 100% cross, but look at this. A cross. An algo fire cross with a div. Okay. The Bears are going to get some DDs in them very soon. Anything between the 3 day and up is kind of a little sketchy because we're not really there yet. Right, look, we're still under everything. It's not good. That's kind of bearish. 5 day, we're still in rejection mode. That's not really good. Weekly, we're really close, guys. We're really close for the weekly. Like, once this thing pivots to the top side, we're going to get our first big pump. Then the second one's going to be a massive 50% dump. At this point, the 50% dump that comes here will be your final low, in my eyes. It might take another 2 months or so, but it's going to play out. You're going to get something like this. You're not going to get just a random, hey, guys, bottom is in, move it. No, it's going to get basically a pump up, come down, second low. That'll be your main low. Even over here, right? Pump up, come down, second low. Oh, third low. Oh, that's your main low, right? And yeah, you can't even count this though because that's above the green. As long as you're under this green line over here, this is your buy box, right? Under the green line. If you're in this green box, that's your buy box for high time frame. So, and it always does 2 pokes. 1, 2, low is in. Touch it, low is in. Touch it, go up, 50% dump, low is in. So I know people don't understand how patterns work, but that's the way it works. And the dump is pretty fucking heavy, man. It's like a 50% dump. This one was a 70% dump. I don't know. Let's go on different. Let's go see it this way. Hold on. This was a 68% dump for the second. What the fuck? I don't know what that was, guys. I'm sorry about that. And this was a. Where's the next one? This was a. We got it from up here. Another 65% dump, or like 70% dump. So let's assume, guys, that the cross up is going to give us roughly about 50 to 60 up. No. 40. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, so we're going to assume that we're going to get at least a 50% move to the top. So that one gave us 70%. This one gave us 50%. Let's assume at least 50% to the top side, okay? Where does that put us if this were to curl to the top side from here? 50% will put us at that 44K range. So let's see, do we have confluence there? Go to your monthly. Let's go. Do we have a monthly confluence there? So what do we say, guys? We said roughly about, what do we got there? What do we got? What do we got? There you go. There's your quarterly and there's your monthly at that 50K range. So again, it goes back to what I'm telling you. We need to get a second pivot on the weekly. It's going to happen. We haven't gotten our first one yet. So we are so far away from even uptrending. The whole idea of bull markets and shit like that, it's not going to come for months. So at least let's play what we have right now. And what we currently have is our first possible pivot on the weekly, which is going to be something along the lines of this. This is your first one. This is your first one. This is your first one. We get the first pivot, 50% move up, rejection, come down, 50 or 60% dump. At this point, this is going to come all the way back down here, consolidate. Hopefully, it does not make a lower low. Hopefully, it does not make a lower low. And then you can start your uptrend after that. I don't know where this is going to go. We'll see how high we go first. But that's how I'm playing it. That once we get the first pivot, 40, 50% to the top side, into a massive rejection, 60% down or 55% down, create a consolidation, range, kill everybody's patience, come September, October, start flying to the top side. That's what I'm looking at for BTC macro. Now, if you look at, I was talking about Ethereum before. If you look at Ethereum, right, oscillator wise, weekly I don't like this. It's too far away. Daily has crossed, my friends. Daily has crossed. Daily, you got a daily stoke curl, you got a daily double bottom on the RSX, and you have a daily trend. Fucking green. ETH is trending green right now, guys, on the daily. Anything above the daily on ETH does not look good. I don't even want to look at it because it's still a little scary. This is going to most definitely reject when it gets up there, so it's short-lived. We just have to make sure that we get a higher low. We don't get a lower low from the rejection. 4 hour, we're setting up for a nice little rejection right now. You see how we're red? All we got to do now is wait for either the div or wait for, see how this dipped all the way down and just died? Yeah, if we get that and if you get an over-under like this in the MSTX, it's going to be a massive move to the downside. But anyway, as long as the trend line, again, I know people don't usually use the trend line because it's a little confusing, but if you take everything off and just use the trend, right? This is your top. This is the bottom. This is your bottom. So why the fuck are you shorting this? The trend line literally did a whole reset. Went from the bottom all the way up, hit the top, we died, div, trend is officially bearish, died, came back down here, new div, bull div, 4 hour, trend reset, it's black, now we're trending back up. So this will be a beautiful long if we get it. Go up, reject, come back down, retest, and grab a long. This is extreme matters right here when we reach these blue lines. So similar to how we're doing it over here. So any kind of 4-hour green on the RSX on Ethereum is an absolute buy for me. So if we happen to come down and we turn green and we pivot again, we come down, we turn green and we pivot like this in the RSX, I'm buying more Ethereum. Otherwise, guys, everything to me looks healthy, looks beautiful. I don't know why people are bearish right now. Short term, right? Obviously, long term, whatever. Short term, from it, when it comes to some altcoins, I'm pretty heavy in this right now. Very, very heavy, actually, guys. So, in my target, this is my setup. I got in at 69, I think it was, or like 60 something. I don't know where it was, but let's just put, somewhere down there. And I'm targeting up here. My first target where I'm going to take off at least 50% is going to be this area over here, this VWAP, $1, and then the rest I'm targeting up here. Massive move, massive move. And those who keep saying you cannot make money off altcoins, I don't get it, man. I mean, you could. This is going to be a massive move. Like, why are you not taking advantage of some of these altcoins, right? 70% move. Where do you get that? We dumped 23%. Oh my God, you shorted 23% of a move. Congratulations, right? So, what are you doing at this point? You went up 40 just to make a 30% short. Grab another long. Play the range, right? What else did I buy? I messed up with Link, guys. I did not buy Link, and I'm very disappointed because. Oh, very disappointed because Link has the opportunity to go all the way up here with your eyes closed, right? So anyway, if anyone got into Link, congratulations. Target is this over here. We're talking about $19 to $18. But next Link buy for me is probably going to be over here at 12 to $11 around here. I'm buying a lot of Link over here. I don't see it breaking this easily. We're probably going to end up somehow filling this wick down here, maybe one day, but this is going to be strong support, guys. You got a monthly, a weekly, and a quarterly view up here. You're not breaking all three at the first attempt unless BTC does like a crazy free fall. This is going to be like a barrier for Link. So I have a lot of bids sitting over here. I'm pre-bidding this. I don't usually pre-bid, but I am pre-bidding this with spot. And my target will be, again, the QT after that. So quarterly to quarterly. That's usually what happens. So, but anyway, if you got into Link, congratulations. It's a solid move in my eyes. Reclaimed range low. And now all you got to do is tell yourself, okay, how quick can I get back? So we have right there. So how quick can I get back down here? Right, basically, get back above this weekly. Whatever you do, buy your higher low if you want. Go back up here, buy the retest, and you want to target range high because this is the range you're playing in, right? Range high right now will be at $20. So weekly and monthly will be a massive rejection area right here. But you need to hope that this rejection gives you a higher low to retest this weekly, and it holds. Again, guys, I play with weekly VWAPs. I mean, with VWAPs all the time. So if you guys don't like the strategy, I'm sorry. I'm not really into that whole level to level thing. Unless it's a VWAP there, I don't really play it. I hope that gives you some insight. GAVA, phenomenal. It's been holding so strong. It's been holding so strong. This thing is just like pending a massive breakout. Like pending a massive breakout. I have spot bids down here, which are like the YOLO spot bids. Probably not going to fill unless BTC really dies. But anyway, this looks good to me in my eyes. If you did happen to get into a long, the VWAP held beautifully, right? So target right now will be these VWAPs up here, roughly between 4.3 and 4.5. I currently am in a Kava long. I'm not as heavy as I like, It's like sub 10, it's like sub 10K, so it doesn't really make me any doesn't make me happy or excited. But anyway, it still looks beautiful. I still think it's one of the stronger tokens. Yeah, this looks really good, man. Again, range high is up here, dude. Right, so that's range high right there. So if we do happen to break out right here, we're going straight up here to take out this wick. And then you can come down if you want at that point to come take out all this shit over here. And then maybe come down here, depending on what BTC does. But anyway, this is one of the nicer looking charts, guys. You see how we're making ascending supports? Beautiful, right? Beautiful. All you need is a breakout right now. Target this, and then maybe get a rejection to the downside. Hope that helps. What else do I have? I bought a lot of flow. Luna, I'm not gonna even talk to you guys about, because if you're not in Luna, then I don't know. I've been spamming Luna for quite some time. You should have easily been in Luna. Beautiful move. Flow. I bought a lot of flow. Where's flow? Flow. Okay, flow. Flow is one of the more beautiful ones. You cannot argue the fact that this touched. There we go. Deviation to the downside. Went up, hit the VWAP, came back down, retested the deviation, now went back up. Chances are it's gonna get slapped over here at that weekly. See this black, this gold VWAP, it should get slapped over here. Unfortunately, come back down, maybe make a higher low, and then continue its course. Anyway, ultimate target is up here, guys, for right there for flow. I want to see it go up there. I really do, before BTC craps out. Otherwise, this thing's gonna come all the way back down here to fill out these VWAPs. So if you're playing with a macro range, this is your macro range. Range low, range high. So if we do happen to get slapped before we can reach the range high, we're gonna probably come all the way down here again, right? Unfortunately, something like this, and then go up. I think the bottom is in now overall. Yeah, I don't see us going down here to take out this. I think the bottom is completely in. The macro bottom for flow should be in, unless BTC does really go to $17,000. That'd be crazy. What else, guys? Atom. I don't have any Atom, but what do I see here? Surge. Target. I know that's optimistic, but I'm being serious, guys. This looks beautiful. This looks really beautiful. Some of these altcoins are like really primed right now to make some massive moves up, and it saddens me if people would like shorting support and not looking for longs after being down so long. We've been down for like maybe 3 months. We've been downtrending. Atom looks beautiful, guys. We bottomed over here. Oscillators all curling up. We should have a decent week's worth of price action until month end, and then come month end, it might get a little scary. But what else, guys? That's pretty much it, man. Pretty much it. I bought LTC BTC. It was too beautiful not to buy. I did post about it too. Yeah, see, I had it. It was too beautiful not to buy, guys. Way too beautiful. Target for my LTC BTC right now is right here. Target 1. And then if we get lucky, target 2 up here, right there. Go to lower time frame. How does it look like? Looks pretty good. Target 1. If we can get up here to this VWAP, once we get above this consolidation, then you could target that VWAP over there. So we need to get cleared first from this consolidation down here, because all it did was pretty much put lower lows and lower highs. But anyway, we're back in range right now, guys. So Litecoin, even though Litecoin is a weak asset, we deviated the bottom. Target 1, target 2, and then once we get out of range, target 3. Sushi, I know a lot of people were in sushi. I didn't get it, not because I didn't want to. I just was not following it, unfortunately, guys. I do want this to hit though. I want to buy sushi at low 5s. Again, those who have been seeing how I'm playing, all I'm doing is waiting for BTC to dump and then just buying high time frame VWAPs. And they've been working pretty well for me, man. Working pretty well for me. So this is what we're looking at right now. Move up to the top side, rejection to the range high again, come back down, make a higher low over here somewhere, and then hopefully go and contest this and contest this. If not, lower low, I buy this really hard, then we're targeting this up here. It's just a vicious game. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope the video helps you guys. Any questions, feel free to DM me. Discord is open. The indicator is available for those who want to test it out. I'm telling you, it's fucking worth it. It's great. There's nothing better than being able to tell the current trend of an asset by a visual. And that's what this thing does for you. I know I did this. I made a video on how to use it yesterday, but if you look at just strictly, let me get rid of all this. Get rid of all this. 4 hour, for example, right? Look at all the times we turn from blue to red, right? From blue to red for the tops. It literally catches tops and bottoms, or from blue to green, right? Or from blue to green at the bottom over here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Then you have the arrows as confluence. Like, oh shit, we got 3 hours. More likely than not, we're gonna die over here. This is distribution, right? We got 1 arrow, potential top. We got 2 arrows, potential bottom. Where was it here, right? But obviously that got short-lived. 2 bottoms, potential bottom. Two triangles, potential bottom. That actually stuck, right? So there's multiple confluences in this indicator, whether it's green arrows indicating that there's a potential bottom, red arrows indicating potential top. The blue to red means we're flipping trend from bull to bear. The blue to green means that we're flipping trend from bear to bull. The cross of the cross of the signal line. See, there's a cross over here. It stamps the move. Whenever you cross down or cross up, it stamps the move, right? And then if you do happen to get a retest, that's your div. And also, don't forget, this is by far one of the best div indicators I have personally ever used. It catches divs better than anything I've used. I don't know why, how, but it catches the divs. If you have a div with the PT trend, it's legit. Don't ignore it, guys. Don't ignore it. You know, don't ignore it. You get a bull div, don't ignore it, right? And the histogram, when it turns, mine is black, yours is orange. When it turns orange for you, and the bars turn orange from gray, that means momentum is picking up, guys. That means don't go against the trend. Follow the trend, right? So, like over here, you're dumping. Uh-oh. Trend is strong. We're dumping, and we broke down. And then we cross bull again. Okay, so we're pumping. Okay, now we have black bars. You have orange. Black bars all the way up. Trend is strong. So until we start curling back down, I don't know about no shorts, man. Be careful, guys, okay? Anyway, cheers. Hope you enjoyed the video. Shoot me a DM if you have any other questions, and we'll talk in Discord.